Hello. Welcome back to SaberTech, and right now we are in the shopping district of Castle Eternia. This is Prowl's Patreon server he has for all his patrons, and I am here because I am dealing with shops today. You see, on Bedrock Edition, we don't have all the tools that Java has to be able to protect shops and everything like that. So we have a problem where right now anyone can just walk in, take all the items they want from any old shop, and they can outright steal them. We haven't had to worry about this too much because, like I said, this is a Patreon server, so people are paying to get on here. We have had very few problems, but there have been a couple of cases of theft. And Eternia, we have had to increase the price of it to $10 a month because we just kept having problems. And now we are getting concerned about the other Patreon server which we have at $5. We might have to increase its pay as well because we keep having problems with shop theft. So what I want to do is tackle this problem today and see if we can find a solution for theft, a way to protect shops from anyone just walking in and stealing items. So the first thing to do, of course, is to see if anybody else has already done this. So I did some research and found where Spider Rock has made a money add-on, and in that add-on there is a player shop. So this player shop, you place it down, you click on it, and it uses a structure file to spawn in this shop. And the shop has a bunch of command blocks in it to do their command block magic to cause players to have to pay money before the shop will give them the items they want. And these store blocks over here are indestructible like bedrock, so players can't break in and steal profit or their stock. So let's take this apart and really see what's going on in here. So there's a lot going on here. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, which, to be fair, there is a lot to do. The idea of a fully protected automated player shop that's a complex idea to put together. There's a lot of stuff to do. You gotta make sure that they have the right amount of payment in the box. You gotta be able to give them the stock the you gotta give them the items they want. You gotta take the money out and put it in a safe place for the owner to get to. You gotta have a locking mechanism so that the owner and only the owner can lock and unlock the store to get in. Uh, and then another thing is you gotta be able to destroy the shop. Like I said, these store blocks are indestructible blocks like bedrock. You cannot just break them. So we need a way for the owner to be able to destroy this entire store if needed. So for example, you go to place a store down and suddenly realize, oh, this is the wrong spot. I need to move it over a little bit. Well, it's a done deal unless you can just delete the store and try again. So this is a lot of stuff we gotta tackle. And however, like I said, this is awfully big, a lot bigger than I thought. So the first thing I want to do is I want to see if I can compact this down, and because there's a lot of wasted space that I believe I can use and give us way smaller. If we can give us a lot smaller, I believe it'll work for us better. So I'm gonna see if I can do that first, and we will go from there. Alright, after a lot of work, I have finally compacted this down to a point that I'm happy with it. I've got all the command blocks tucked inside of a 5x5 cube with a single payment barrel on top. Got a couple command blocks peeking out the sides, but nothing that'll hurt the system if they get interacted with. And the shop owners can always just cover it up when they're building the shop on top of it if they don't like the looks of it. I kind of like the looks of it, but I'm weird that way. So this here is the system without all the bedrock surrounding it, so you can see the command blocks in all of their glory. So let me give you a rundown of how this system is going to work, how the shop owners are going to actually set the price and put stock into the store, and then we can discuss how I plan to improve the system. just like Spider Rock, I'm probably going to use a structure file to load into the shop, and I'll probably use something like a NPC. That way I have a dialogue that I can put instructions in. But let's go ahead and place the small shop right here and spawn it in. And we have a bunch of signs for the owner to go ahead to tell them what to do and where. So we have a stock we'll be putting in here into this dispenser. Right here is a payment barrel people will be using to interact and pay for the items. And then down here we have the price and the key. So let's go ahead and put some stock in the shop. Our stock is going to be some of these shulker boxes of oak logs. That's what we're going to be using as stock. You can put the stock in the dropper right here. We have extra storage in this barrel right here, and we're just connected up via hopper into the dropper. So that is the stock, and then over here we have a price, and you'll note, and you want to put a price in this barrel, so our price is going to be, let's just say 16 diamonds. We'll go 12 diamonds, and it says place in top left slot. That is because not only is the you need 12 diamonds, but you also need them in this top slot. If you put the diamonds in this slot here, we need to have to place the diamonds in this barrel in the middle. So it is specific both for the number of diamonds, the name of the diamonds, and where they are in the barrel. All that is specific. Keep everything in the top left slot. Right here we have a key, and the key is each person can make whatever key they want. I'm going to use, of course, an infinity bow right in the middle of and it is name specific, slot specific, so you can use a key in just like that. So that is our key, that is a price, that is our stock set, and the shop is ready to go. To set the shop in action, press a button, and it sets the shop, makes the shop ready. It covers up these blocks here, and this dropper here is covered in a barrier block, so that people can't interact with it. Same thing with this barrel here. I use a structure void. Other people can still walk through it, but they can't actually interact with a block. If they try to interact with it, they just end up placing blocks on it, so you can't actually get into that barrel. And so let's go ahead and pay for an item, and let's try to pay 12 diamonds minus 1. We're going to try to underpay with 11 diamonds. And nothing's going to happen. Let's go to that sign. And so nothing's going to happen when you press a button. But when you put 12 diamonds in there, we get our payment of a shulker box. So it works. Press again, nothing happens. And I will go and show you that if you put 12 diamonds in the wrong spot, nothing's going to happen. They need to be right there in the top left slot for you to get the payment. And now the key is the same way. You put your key up here. It's not going to do anything. And if I just grab a regular bow real quick, grab a bow and try to put it in the correct slot, nothing's going to happen. But you put your enchanted named bow in the correct slot and press it, it's going to open up the system. So that's how you can completely customize your own personal key. You get in the shop. Down here we have all 24 diamonds. We paid 12 diamonds twice. So that is our 24 diamonds of profit. You want to delete the shop, you come down here, open the trapdoor, and that command block right there, you see that in the very top of my screen, delete shop. That is a delete shop command block. Place a button on it, press it, deletes the shop. The barrel I left in place because that is the exact spot the NPC was standing. That's why if you had to move your shop a couple blocks, you have a reference point. Oh, that and a giant hole in the ground, of course, but yeah. You have a barrel for reference. And here is a little shop that I have decorated just to prove that these things can in fact look good. Where you can hide all the ugly little blocks and stuff. I say it looks good. Look, I'm a redstone person, not a builder. Don't judge me. This is the best I can do. I'm trying here. But anyways, let's go ahead and open the shop up with my Saber shop key with a little bit of extra security letters in there or numbers, whatever it is. Open it up, and I will just mention these don't have to be diamonds. You can make the payments a couple dirt if you want to do. It can be literally any item you want. So let's just do that. Let's close the shop back up. Put my key out. Close the shop back up, and make a payment of 1 dirt. No, it's not going to work. It has to be 2 dirt. And that is dirt cheap. You get the item out of there. Let's put our 2 dirt in there again. Nope, not that slot. The slot. and you get the oh, items is really jumping far away. But you saw it was working, and you're getting your enchanted books out of there. Now, onto what I need to fix in this shop. Uh, this shop can sell one. Oops, I broke it. Anyways, this shop can sell one item. Not one type of item, one item. You can sell one dirt block. One. Now, this is useful for, say, enchanted books. A person can sell their enchanted books, or you can sell an entire shulker box of items. So it is useful, but it's not what I want. I want something that you can sell. You can sell a stack of dirt. You can sell a shulker box of dirt. You can sell warp stairs and stuff like that. One item isn't very useful. It's not everything I want it to be. So I have a couple ideas for how to improve it, and let's see what I can come up with. Say hello to the Saber Shop version 2. This shop now has all of the bells and whistles that I could reasonably want, I believe. And the main upgrade being, of course, that we can now sell multiple items. And I have completely rewritten the codes. I have reorganized the shop. I have made the shop now 1 wide, 7 deep, and 8 tall, and then everything will be, of course, surrounded by a layer of bedrock. So it's now gotten a little bigger now to make adjustments for being able to add in more items to be able to sell. We are still limited to just one item type, but I believe it is more space efficient to just lay multiple of these shops down next to each other than for me to try to add in all the extra commands, which are definitely going to make the shop bigger and bigger to accommodate more than one type of item. Plus, I've been working on this now for several weeks in what little spare time I have, so I want to call it quits. So, anyways, let's go and go over how this shop works real quick. This shop is basically identical to the other shop in how it operates. We just have some barrels for us to be able to set the price and set the key. We also have a new barrel over here to set how many items we want to sell. So we just take that sign out and replace it with our golden carrots that we want to sell. We want to sell 16. Make sure to remember the top left corner. And then we set our stock into this chest here. So you just open the chest up. We place our inventory in there. And then it is going to start filling this barrel up here. And now once this barrel matches this barrel over here exactly, it is going to, the commands are going to lock the hopper. That we have our 16 golden carrots in here. And we can make this number, like I said, anything we want. But it is now ready for us to break the barrel and teleport the items over to the player when he buys it. So let's go ahead and set our price. We're going to set the price to be, say, 1 diamond. And our key is going to be 1 gold horse armor. So now we are ready to lock the shop and make it so people can't get into all of our stuff. We are ready to go ahead and place our payment in there, press a button, and we get our golden carrots. Let's go ahead and put our key in there and unlock the shop, come up here, and we can find our diamond in here next to the Prophet's chest sign. So that's how the shop works. As you can see, the golden carrot number has gone down. We have some more golden carrots in here ready to sell, and always have one in there. So that is how the shop works. Over here we have a safe reset. If the shop doesn't seem to be working, this here is a button we can press to kind of reset the shop. All it does really is it just down here it just sets this as AR. There's usually a redstone block that can sometimes get stuck sitting right there. So there's that little safe reset button, and then over here is how we destroy the shop. So we just take a button. If we want to destroy the shop for any reason, the owner, he has to press a push button right here, and if you press it, nothing's going to happen because it is actually testing these 2 barrels right here, making sure they are identical. That way no one can come over here to this side of the shop, push down a sneaky button and press it, and think he's going to destroy the shop. Nope, this shop is completely safe. The owner has to come in here and make sure that both of these barrels are empty or they have the same item in there. Once the payment price barrel and the key barrel are identical. You can then press the button and it'll delete the entire shop just like that. So that is how you get rid of a shop. And yeah, so we are good to go on that matter. I believe I'm going to run you through some of the commands real quick, so that any of the more technical of you can kind of understand what's going on. I'm not going to bore you with a block for block tutorial. I'm just going to give you an idea of what I have done. The main commands this shop works off of is these two command blocks and these two command blocks. These are using the test for blocks command to test that the payment barrel perfectly matches the price barrel, and that this barrel here, the barrel with our stock in it, that it matches the barrel that we set the amount in. That way we know that that there is money in the payment barrel and that there is stock in the shop before it'll do anything else, because all these command blocks are conditional, all set to chain mode. So nothing else is going to happen unless there is money in the shop and stock in the shop. Once those things are satisfied, then we have a simple set block command to destroy the barrel. That way the items in the barrel are popped out. And then we have another command to set a new barrel in the same spot. And then we have a kill barrel command. That's fun. You can't sell barrels in the shop because I am killing the barrels. And then we have a simple teleport command. I'm actually using an execute command to teleport the items at where the barrel was at, to teleport to those items and only those items to where the hopper is, or from the stock chest to where the player is. That way we don't have items all over the place getting teleported into the shop and stuff like that. So that's why I used a execute positioned command. The rest of these commands down here are for destroying the shop and for the key and for locking this chest. So this here is another test for command. We're testing that these two are the same, and as soon as those barrels are the same, it's going to tell this chain command block right here to set a redstone block right here, locking this hopper. So that is how we lock the system up and make these barrels match. That way, if this barrel is broken, it'll have the same number as this barrel over here. And I will go ahead and mention that there are no repeating command blocks in this system. These here are set to needs redstone, and when we press this button here, it sets a redstone block here, and which activates these command blocks. And this one here will, when there is stock up here, this will be immediately removed, and this one here, just in case there's no stock, it'll remove that command block in 2,000 ticks, giving enough time for the chest to fill this up. So the rest of these command blocks here, we have the system to lock and unlock the shop, just using the fill commands. And then we also have this here waiting for stock. Alright, just use a clone command to place this waiting for stock sign up here whenever there is no stock, or whenever this chest, like say if we have like 5 stacks of items, we want to sell 5 stacks of logs, it's going to take a little while for them to fill this barrel up between sales. So during that time, a waiting for stock sign will be up. I'll probably add in a out of stock sign too, but undecided on that. That'll be something I want to do later, because I am ready to call it now for a episode. I want to get this video out where I can share it with the people on Eternia, if you have moderators, to kind of see what else they want, if they want anything added or taken away, what they feel about it before I keep working on this. So I'm going to go ahead and release this video now, where I can get people looking at it and giving their thoughts on it. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Once I do that, and once I get this shop on Eternia, if all goes well, I will have the last version ready for y'all to show you, and I'll have it roll to download for you to see it for yourselves. So anyways guys, that is it for today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.